Okay, and so go here. Blum, blum. Oh, there we go. Hi, this is Mark Wilkins, and here we are with this guy here. This is one of his other humanoid creatures. He calls it a humanoid. It's not. Look how small it is. Uh, it's like taking an ape or a small monkey and then a gorilla and saying, okay, this is a humanoid when it's not really humanoid. It's a monkey or an old creature of some type. I lived long ago. See him crouching down, so it's only maybe 4 feet tall or smaller. You know, we have a lot of extinct creatures that lived a long time ago that we have out there. But for some reason, this Lee R. Berger wants to convince. He's a Methodist, by the way, and he wants to convince everybody that evolution is real and not the Bible. The Bible teaches us that God made man, and we know that He made him out of the mud or out of the earth, and made him alive. And they try to say that it's 98% or 99%. You know, they're saying there's only 1% difference between apes or monkeys and humans. For some reason, I don't believe that. But they're so different, it's not even funny. But sure, we got fingers, they got fingers, but so do a lot of animals. There's just some animals out there have fingers, like we do. And we'll get into that in a little bit on. But anyway, he's December 1965, so he's I was born in '63, so I'm a little older than he is. Shawnee Mission, Kansas, which is the mission is a Methodist church. So it's a Methodist church in the Indians. I guess he was born in that mission there and taught Indians, I guess, maybe, and lived among some Indians and stuff. University of Witwatersrand, I guess. And that university is over in South Africa. And then he also went to Georgia Southern University here in the United States. And there he went, from Georgia, he went over there because that's where he felt he can try to find these small monkey people. And he had a thesis here, functional mythology of the humanoid shoulder past and present, 1994, and his instructional advisor was Phyllis V. Tibblis. 2016 most influential people in America world awards. Spouse Megan Matthew, children website. This is Lee Rogers, born in 22nd, 1965, is American-born South African Bello. Hello, I can't even speak right now. My nose. Pedal anthropologist and National Geographic explorer in residence. Now, it's very interesting. So, National Geographic is giving him lots of money. Okay, and so keep that in mind. Whatever he's telling you, in order to get money from National Geographic, you got to have what they want to brainwash you with, right? So National Geographic, everything you read about, a lot about their stuff is about humanoids. They have a lot of articles on it, and very possible that National Geographic may not print something about just a monkey you find unless it's something spectacular, and you're not going to make any money from them probably if it's not something like that. Anyways, and that's just my opinion, but that's based on a bunch of articles I've read before in there on evolution. Okay, so it's like they're pushing evolution instead of putting articles. Hey, we found a thing that's this tall. It's a monkey, and its head's only so big or whatever. Uh, and if you go back up here and look at that picture, and you zoom in on the teeth, if you look at those teeth, those are monkey teeth, and I'll show you some monkey teeth later on. They're identical to monkey teeth today. There's nothing special about it. You can we zoom in on here and you see that how those teeth are. They're kind of square looking teeth, and the back teeth too are a certain kind of teeth as well. Those are in the round holes too, all consistent with a monkey. And all this white stuff here are probably fake ribs attaching to the real ribs. So they're adding stuff to it, what they think the ribs might go. So you have a rib here coming along, and they say, "Oh, okay, this is probably what it would have happened." But how do they know exactly? I mean, it's probably correct, but it might not be. Maybe the ribs came together in a different fashion than what they're saying here. Maybe the hip bone on the far right isn't really like that. See, this hip bone on the left is really way small. Then you have a big pelvis hip bone on the right. And well, because it was big on the right here, it means it must walk upright. But what if it had another pelvis like the left and it was smaller? That means it couldn't walk upright. It would have to be like a monkey on the ground. And the same with the fingers, here, So this is just a replica of the other hands. This only has part of a skeleton. And this also could be, this whole skeleton here could be parts from other monkeys. So the leg bones could be off of another monkey. This pelvis could be wrong. This long arms that it has, those could be off of two other kinds of monkeys and put together, and it looks great. You don't know. And it might not be fraud on this guy's part. It could be something from, who knows, And then again, he could be, it could be fraud too. You never know. So anyways, so we go back here. And then explore in residence, and he is best known for his discovery of this other kind of monkey thing. Oh, it's the one we're looking at. Now, it's funny that this guy is the only guy that has found these two supposedly humanoid things in the world. And we'll get into that in a little bit. His leadership of Rising Star Expedition, he called it, aka the excavation of Homo Neely and Rising Star Cave, and the Totenberg prey of hypothesis. So he had some kind of hypothesis he does. Virgil is known not only for his discoveries, but also for the usually public persona in anthropology, and for making the most notable discoveries access projects. He makes hundreds of talks per year and has a close relation with the National Geographic for many years, appearing in several shows and documentaries early in life education. And then it talks about him in Kansas, 65, raised outside Georgia, the United States as a youth, first active Boy Scouts, Future Farmers America, 4-8 per year is named Georgia's Youth Computer of the Year, Conversationalist of the Year, worked in conserving and threatening gopher tortoise. He is a distinguished Eagle Scout and received a Boy Scout Honor of America Medal for saving a life in 1987. And I saved 2 lives and I didn't get that dang award. I thought I was going to get it and they never gave it to me, assholes. Anyway, he graduated from Georgia University, 89, in a degree in anthropology and archaeology and a minor in geology. So why is he a researcher over there? I don't know, but anyway. He undertook doctoral studies in paleontology and University of Witwatersrand, or WITS, I call it, South Africa, under Professor Tippis, focusing on research in griddle of the early humanoids. He graduated in 94, 91. He began his long work in grades in the Graycell site. Stop there. Now watch what happens when I talk about this Graycell site. This is going to get interesting right here. So there's the dot, and they call it Graycell fossil site, cradle of humankind. So they call it the cradle. I mean, nowhere else in the world we have dead humanoids, I guess, or monkeys anywhere else. Come on, there's monkeys in South Africa. South America. How come we're not down there digging up monkeys down there? There's lots of monkeys down there. But we're just in Africa only. Wow. Huh? Oh, anyway. So here it is. It talks about the cradle of the world, mankind, 1999. Now, this is funny. And it says it is a fossil-bearing breccia-filled cave located in 13 kilometers, 8.1 miles northwest, well-known South Africa humanoid-bearing sites of, I don't know how you say that, Sturkerfurkenstein. I don't know. Anyway, you can read it there. Africa, Cradle of Mankind, again. And it's the heritage site itself, South Africa's National Heritage Site. History of investigations. And then it used to belong to, or still does, the Norton family of Kinzer, South Africa, the Gladys Center, after whom Gladysville Cave is named. This is the family that used to own that, or still does. Gladysville is the first cave that Robert Bloom visited in the Transvaal in his mid-30s. Search for humanoid-bearing cave near this Johnsonburg, then Turlung. He visited Graysville after a butterfly collector from the Transvaal Museum reported a human mandible and the wall of a cave. When Bloom arrived at the cave, the mandible was gone, so someone stole it. Frankenstein soon lured Bloom away from the site in 1946. Philip Tovus led a student expedition to the site where a fine baboon fossil was recovered. Okay, now like I said, it's a bamboo fossil. Okay, recovered. So this fossil he's got could be a bamboo, just a different kind of genome of bamboo. In 1948, Frank Peabody, the Camp Peabody expedition from the United States, spent several weeks at Gladysville, same place they just found all these fossils now, but failed to find any humanoid remains. Zero. None. What, he's a moron? Interesting, right? The site was lost from scientific memory until it was reopened by Lee Berdiger and Andre Kessler in 1991. When a few weeks of excavations, now he just reopens the place, knows about it, reopens the place. Remember, this guy's here in the United States. Somehow he magically ends up over in South Africa and ends up at the college over there. And he's a researcher, right? And then from there, magically goes to this particular cave where probably they had that one first skull found, okay? And magically, guess what happens next? Back here. Let's continue on. This even gets weirder. Lost from scientific memory until Lee Berger and Andre Kessler in 1991. Within a few weeks of excavation, the first humanoid remains were discovered. So right away he discovers them. So other people and that other guy went right to the spot where these guys are looking. You don't think he frantically looked everywhere and tried to find the schools? And all of a sudden this other guy walks in there and bam, within a short time, finds the schools. That's kind of weird, don't you think? I think that's kind of, to me that's a red flag right there. Boom. How could one guy just magically not find anything and another guy find something right away? Okay? Very strange. Okay? I think that's just really, really strange. And then within a few weeks, humanoid remains were discovered. 2 teeth of, I don't even know how you enunciate that. This discovery made Gladysville, the first early humanoid site to be discovered in South Africa since 1948, when the last site of Swartkrans was discovered by Robert Bloom. Okay, it says the discovery of the teeth, more than 250,000 fossils have been recovered from Gladysville. Now look, so they recovered 250,000. Are you kidding me? So this other guy goes there, can't find 250,000 fossils at all. I mean, that's a lot of fossils, 250,000 laying around, and he can't find 1 ounce of them. And this guy goes there in 2 weeks and finds 250,000 fossils. Well, I mean, not, it probably took a while to find those, but I'm just saying, he walks up and boom, finds them right away. And it's 250,000 of them. I mean, how could you not find 250,000? That's a lot of fossils, guys. I mean, look, here's the picture below. How many they're finding just right there in this picture. This is just crazy. I don't, something's wrong here. Something is wrong with this story. Either the fossils were found somewhere else and put there, or they knew about the fossils all along and were waiting for some other time to bring them forward. Maybe. I don't know. It's just strange that you go to a site, you can't find any fossils at all. You find a tooth and a skull. And we're told about it. He goes there to find it. And remember, the skull is embedded, okay, not on the ground, not, anywhere else. You don't think he dug around the ground trying to find some? And then these guys come out many years later, walk out there, and within 2 weeks, bam, they find stuff. And not only do they find stuff, they find 250,000 artifacts. That's a lot. Oh my goodness. Anyway, okay, so it says the discovery of the teeth, more than 250,000 fossils have been recovered from Gladysville during the excavations connected to joint teams, University of Witwatersrand, University of Zurich, and Duke University. And then you can see here this picture of them finding them all over the place. They're finding them on the ground here, all there. You can see they're finding them everywhere. Yeah, they're everywhere. And they're right here on the surface. They're not buried anywhere in any cave or anything. They're just right here on the surface. So this is why I say it's very suspect of what's going on here. They found some in the caves, yeah, okay. But they're also finding them right here on the surface of the ground, right here all over the place, right? So it's very suspect to me. I don't know. I don't know what to think of that. It's just strange, and getting stranger. Okay, now, anyway, so we can continue on. Now, here is where they found these supposedly humanoid apes. I call them monkeys. Okay, in here, and this is a cave structure. It went through the top part of the cave right here, and you can see there the whole. What happened to my pictures? Boy, that was weird. So you can see the cave at the top here with the little arrows. Probably can't see it too well. I'll try to zoom in if I can. One second, it won't let me. Okay. Anyway, you can see here. Let's get back down here. You can see here where the arrows are going in, where the two holes at the top that went in. And you see this cave structure way deep in there where they're finding some of these creatures. And I want to also tell you that's really interesting is, let's get out of there, which is really interesting is that, and this is a 3D construction of it, so it's not probably accurate. But anyway, it's interesting too is that they said these creatures bury their dead, and then in the same note, he said, oh, wait, they dropped them down into a pit. So now they're dropped into a pit at the end of his video, and then, which we have here, and we'll talk about, you'll get to hear in the end. And then another time he said they buried him. So, And that's like, only humans do that, which is false. And I'll show you that later on. So there's another lie. So it makes me wonder, What other lies are we being told? Maybe this whole thing's fake. I don't know. Makes me really, really wonder. Anyway, many thousands of fossils have been recovered from the Gladysville deposits, including rare remains of humanoids, okay, which are not humanoids, monkeys, I should say. From Gladysville, external deposits, almost 250,000 bones have been, now, okay, external, 250,000 bones, and this other guy can't find one bone at all. And, he has to be a pretty smart guy to go look for fossils. It's not that hard. Can't find any. None. Zip. One tooth found. Can't find anything else. But these guys go find 250,000. That's a lot of fossils, guys. Anyway, I can't stress that more. And Gladysville's external deposit, 250,000 bones have been recovered since excavations began in 1992. And there are many millions of bones still placed in the cave. So there's millions of more bones there that are there that haven't even pulled out yet. And that one guy couldn't even find one bone in 44. Just a tooth. Now come on, guys. Something's wrong with this. Something's wrong here. Fossils recovered included antelope, giant zebra, carnivores, including extinct wolves. Look at here, monkeys and humanoids. Monkeys. So how do we know that the monkeys just didn't have another race of monkeys? Right? And we call them humanoids. Attributed to this other long word and early homos. Tools have also been found with the most spectacular being and Archchilian or whatever pictured, recovered from 1 million years old sediments. The well-known for Gladysville has become well known for its exceptional horizontal bedding, stratigraphically, and has been the site of testing of many of the absolute dating techniques which have been proved successful and on the hard date Barcus of the southern fossil-bearing caves. The site is presently divided into 3 ground. Okay, so you can go on about all this age crap here, how long it is, and then there's some reports out there that it's not as old as they say it is. There's some carbon dating problems with it, big time. But I just want to show you that. I thought it was kind of pretty fun. So let's go back here and look at here. It says tools have been found. Okay, pictured. I think I hit this. Is this one that showed me the tools? Let's see if it is. Hell yeah, this is it. Okay. Okay, folks. Here we go. This is the name they call this thing. And you can see here the map of the United States, Africa, and then going all over the place, and even right down to the United States, all the way down to South America, by the way. Now, that's interesting. I've never heard of any fossils of monkeys being in the United States, California area, anywhere. So that's interesting. But they're claiming it's there in South America. Now, South America maybe, but I've never heard of any in the United States, Canada, or anything. But here's their rendition of the monkey man. You know, 1.76 million years ago, or 100,000 years, anyway. So this is what they're saying, and look at this thing. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. This is their artist rendition of what it might look like. Yeah, reconstruction of humanoid habilis, unknown. So the artists that did it, they don't know anymore. Artists that want to get in trouble. It is thought that the techniques first developed in Africa out of more primitive Ottoman technology long ago. Now here's the tools. I find this kind of flint kind of stuff on my property right now. Does that look like an axe head to you? Sure, it could be used probably as an axe head. But where's the handle? Where's the wood for the handle? Wouldn't the wood be petrified by now on there? 135 million years ago. Petrified axe handle, not there. Any remnants of, an axe handle would have a piece of wood. It would have some rope or string or gone. Nothing. Nothing. All these other things are just pieces of sharp rock right here. Now, and these were not even found. These were found axes from camp. These are just pieces of stone they found laying on the ground. Maybe the monkeys thought they were cute and had them around. Otters use rocks to crush, seashells and eat, oysters and things like that. Rocks. Those little guys are pretty smart. They could pick up a rock of flint like this and bang it on another rock and crack it and then use it as a tool to crack oysters open. Otters do that right now. So, a monkey doing that, that's a smarter monkey than others. Sure, why not? But are they human? Hell no. Are there ancestors? Hell no. Are you kidding? And then here's a replica of a fort, supposedly. And it says France, populated by Henry, dated 400,000 years ago. Shelter construction has been discovered in Japan. So they found something in Japan 500,000 years ago, but they didn't find it in Africa. So somehow, this must be the shelter in Japan. It must be the same creatures that were in all around the world, including Africa. This is how right. I don't believe it. And here's all these different creatures they found. All the monkeys. Yeah, maybe a different kind of monkey. Oh my gosh, give me a headache. So anyway, so there you go. And more research going on. And so here we go to make trying to in any way find some tools desperately to make trying to find these humanoid things. They find some flint next to some bones, and then suddenly, they made fire. They made fire. and then these guys face paint themselves. That has nothing to do with these monkeys, these these pygmies and zabe. I mean, they paint their face. That doesn't mean the monkeys did that. Look at that fake picture. It's a monkey. It's not human. So they try to make it look more human a little bit. That's all they did. And it's an artist's rendition. Might not be what it even looked at. Like Jurassic Park. The T-Rex used to walk, the paleontologists then had it rocking on both, laying down with its small feet on the ground. And it would crawl on the ground like a lizard. And then in the movie, it's standing up on its legs going around. Funny enough. So they don't even know. And these creatures, they're not human. And they're not from our family. Remember, there's a 1% difference between monkeys, and these, we don't even have DNA on them, so we have no idea if they're even related to humans. And even if they did get the DNA can be fake. That's the next thing I'm going to tell you about in a minute. Alright, now let's cut this off, and we will... Okay, what's going on here? Okay, stop.